All right, so it's time to start focusing on letters and letter sounds. So the first letter we're going to introduce is the letter O. When I introduced the letter O, I always signed it to O. The reason I did that is because I also signed the alphabet like you saw at the beginning of the micro PD. So I always signed it as well. Oh, there's the letter O. Okay, so, but now the important part, the sound movement. So the sound movement, when I talk about sound movements, I actually would say my body, our body, and your body. So, for example, I see the letter O. My body says, what does our body say? What does your body say? Uh, so I do, we do, and you do with it. And then I would do this during circle time. So during circle, I always introduced my letter sounds. I don't care if you guys do it during language groups, during groups or circle, whatever works best for you. Remember, part of our goal also when we're preparing these kiddos for kindergarten, they need to sit for at least 15 minutes going into kindergarten. So the more time we work on them sitting in kindergarten or in circle, the better it is for them to be for kindergarten, right? So again, when I would see this letter, in circle time, I would say my body says, ah, our body says, ah, your body says, ah. And then I'd say, what does your body say? Sometimes I would cue them with moving my hand up, and then they would do it, or sound, or whatever. So that's how I would do it during circle. During our groups, I would always introduce it somehow again. At least once a week, twice a week, typically in groups. So for example, if I were working on fine motor, let's say a puzzle, I would pull out a puzzle, just a fun puzzle for them to work on. But first, before we did that, I might pull out my letter puzzle and we'd put it together. Oh, what does your body say when you see this? Mine says, ah. Ours says, ah. What does your body say? Ah, yes, you're right. I did have some pre-readers, especially some of those kiddos that were eligible with autism. So they were already starting to be able to read by sight. Again, they were reading by sight, but not necessarily by sound. So I still would go ahead and go over the sounds. Some kiddos would just see the picture. Not that they actually said octopus, that would be a pretty hard word for them to say, but let's say they did say it. So if they saw octopus, then I would say, oh, you're right. It says octopus. Look, there's the letter that says, my body says, what does your body say? Good. So again, I would just introduce it this way, again, during fine motor group, and then I would pull the other puzzle in so they could just work on the fine motor of putting the puzzle together or the cognitive piece of it, whatever your guys' focus is. But that's how I kind of incorporated, for example, in two different ways. The letter O in circle time and also during small group time, which happened to be like my fine motor group. So now here's the question for you. I want to know these three things. One, are you ready? Where was Lorax? Two, what does your body say when you see that letter? Please send me a video of your team doing what your body says when you see this letter. What does your body say? All right. Lastly, three, I want to know how you are going to incorporate the letter O into your small groups, circle, or playtime. And I do want to see it in multiple areas, and I want to know what team member is doing what and how you guys are supporting each other. So I really want you guys to think through this one, please. All right, any questions, please email me and I will do the best I can in answering it. Thanks, guys.